Hi, I'm Nevin, and today I'm going to review 3 juices from Watford Vape. Watford Vape is my local vape store. They have a physical shop and a website, watfordvape.com. They also have a sister or distributor website called vapestoreuk.co.uk. I went down to the shop. It is in Harwoods Road, which is just down the road from Vicarage Road Stadium, the football stadium, very close to the hospital. So if you know Watford at all, then you should be able to find them quite easily. It's a small store, a very friendly atmosphere, relaxed. I'd like to say thank you to Carleen behind the counter. She was very knowledgeable and helped me with choosing some juices. They have a little section to one side with a number of juices laid out in these types of clearomisers with a little battery. You can try them out and see what flavour suits you. I chose a number of juices and I'm going to review 3 of my favourites from there, and it's a range of juices called Izze Kloth. I have here Golden Feather, which is a vanilla custard, Ascension, apple and cinnamon sugar cake, and Elder's Eyes, which is a nutty caramel dessert mix. So I'm going to go through them one by one. I'm going to vape each one in my dripper. It is an iGo W7, and just focus that. There you go, that's my scruffy build. It's a 0.6 ohm build I've got in there. That's all wicked up, ready to go. So let's start with Golden Feather. Just juice up that wick and we'll see what it tastes like. So I've been vaping these since I bought them. The bottles are nearly empty and I've actually been back for more via the website. The service is very good, both in the store and on the website. It comes well packaged. In fact, it comes so well packaged it took me about 15 minutes to get into the box because it was so wrapped up. You may have noticed though that they come in these glass bottles without a spout or dripping tip, as some of them do, but you get a pipette for free with your order, and Carleen actually gave me 2 or 3 of these pipettes in the shop when I bought the juices, so there was no problem with putting the juices into your Hattie, whatever type you've got. So this is Golden Feather vanilla custard. Let's see what it's like. Good vapour. It's quite light. You definitely get the custard. It's very custardy. Very custardy with a nice hint of vanilla. It's not overpowering. It's quite a light flavour. It's really nice in the dripper. It's not overpowering. So that's the Golden Feather in the dripper. Now what I've also got is I've got some of it in my Aspire Nautilus. I'm just going to vape on that and see how it tastes in a tank. Good vapour again. It's a 1.6 ohm coil and I've got this at 10 watts. But interestingly, the custard is missing. I'm not sure why. It's quite prominent when I vape it in the dripper, but it seems to be almost completely missing. I get the vanilla, I get the sweetness. It's actually quite a nice vape. Very light, good for an all-day vape, but the custard is missing, which is a shame. So yeah, that's golden feather, vanilla custard. Don't really get the custard in this. You do get a bit of vanilla and you get a nice soft sweetness. Maybe because it's such a light flavour, it's not coming through in the tank so much. One more go in the dripper. Oh, that's a bit dry. Yeah, it's definitely nicer in the dripper. Still quite light, good custard, bit of vanilla in the background there. And so that is golden feather. I'm going to clean this out, re-wick it, clean this out, and I'll be back in a minute for the next flavour. Right, so I'm back and the dripper is loaded and ready to go. I've cleaned this out and refilled it. Now to clean this out, what I do is rinse the coil and the tank in some vodka, wipe it clean, then I vape. I've got some unflavoured 100% PG here, which I vape through until it's completely flavourless and most of the vapour is gone, so then I know it's clean and ready for a new liquid. So that's how I go between the flavours. So as before, we'll start with the dripper, and this is Ascension, and it's an apple and cinnamon sugar cookie. Cinnamon is quite prominent. Quite a strong throat hit on that one. These are 60 PG, 40 VG, and this I vape this is 7 milligrams of nicotine. They're a little unusual, these flavours. Usually you get 6, 12, 18, 24. The Izze Kloth is 7 milligrams, 14 milligrams and 20. So a little unusual compared to other flavours that you get. Good vapour. I'm getting mostly cinnamon. There's a background of apple, but it's not like a fresh apple taste. It's more like a baked apple taste, a bit like apple pie, or a bit like the little apple pies you get from the fast food stores, that type of apple flavour. Put the dripper down. It's rather nice in the dripper. I'm going to try it in the Aspire Again 10 watts, 1.6 ohm coil. That's rather nice in the tank. Completely opposite to the other flavour. In the tank, this flavour, the Ascension, is much more rounded. You've got the cinnamon, but the apple comes through a bit better. I'm not sure why they call it sugar cookie. I'm not getting anything that I would say was cookie flavoured. There's a sugary sweetness to it. This is in the dripper, it's like very strong cinnamon with a bit of apple. It's quite sugary. This is much more rounded. You've got the cinnamon and the apple are even, and it's just a topping of sugar on top. It's rather nice in the tank. I wouldn't say this was an all-day vape. It's quite rich and quite sweet. I think it gets sickly through the day, but it's a nice evening vape in front of the telly. So that is the Ascension cinnamon and apple sugar cake. I'll re-wick the dripper, clean out the tank, and be back for the third flavour. Right, we're back and the dripper is loaded up, ready to go. Nautilus ready to go. So this is Elder's Eyes Nutty Caramel Dessert Mix. Now you may have noticed when I showed you the bottles that I've got the 30ml bottle of this one. That's because I got through my 10ml bottle that I bought and I liked it so much I went back and bought 30ml. So this is my favourite of the three. I'm going to tell you what I get from it and what I think. It's just so nice. You get the nuttiness, caramel, there's a sweetness in there. Dessert mix is a really good name for it in terms of description. It's just a real nice sweet pudding mix. Good vapour again, slightly milder throat hit than the previous one, which suits me, suits the way I vape. That's just really nice. I said nuttiness, bit of caramel in there. The caramel isn't overpowering, it's not really sweet caramel. Really nice dessert mix. Now, what does it taste like in a tank? You know what, the flavour isn't, in terms of the balance of flavours, doesn't change a lot between the dripper and the tank. It's like a toned down version. Still very nice, much milder. I'm not sure. Still quite sweet. There's more sweetness coming through in the tank. I haven't been vaping this all day. I've been hitting it in the dripper in the evenings rather than vaping it during the day. That might be a bit too sweet for an all-day vape in the tank. I can't take the dripper to work with me. I take the tank with me. I've been vaping the golden feather, although the custard is largely missing in the tank. It's just a really nice light flavour for during the day, my breaks from work. So that's been the all-day one. This one, as I said, flavour is much the same, just in the tank it's toned down slightly, it's softer. In the dripper it's just intense pudding. Going for the dripper again. Yummy. After dinner pudding. So that's 3 flavours by Izze Kloth. Izze Kloth from Watford Vapes, and that's watfordvape.com or vapestoreuk.co.uk. Or if you're in the Watford area, go down to the store just around the corner from the football ground near the hospital. If you know the area, speak to Carleen, very helpful. And that's my juice review. Thank you very much for watching, and come back for the next one. Bye.